Hello everybody, Bad Weather Freak here. I have another update, and this update is regarding now just formed literally a few minutes ago. The National Hurricane Center just came up and with an update. They normally release an update at 5 p.m. but whenever there's situations that change, like in this case, what we have been tracking, Tropical Depression 9, which is again forecasted to be Tropical Storm Ida, and as of 5:20 update, they released an extra update. They are saying that we now have Tropical Storm Ida. So the biggest thing I'm worried about this storm is that right now the location, it has plenty of time to intensify. It's supposed to, or is forecasted to have some land interaction with Cuba, with the western part of Cuba. The main thing to remember here is the western part of Cuba does not have really high mountains that will disrupt the system. So now if it would have gone through the east part, yeah, that would have been a different story. That's why you have other storms like Fred and other ones, etc., that went through Hispaniola, that went through the eastern part of Cuba, and they had a really hard time developing. And a lot of the cases, if they're small enough, they fall apart and dissipate, because these mountains, this eastern part of Cuba and Hispaniola have really high mountains. Well, the western part of Cuba does not. I mean, it doesn't have significant mountains that will disrupt the circulation, like severely disrupt the circulation of a storm. The fact that it still has some time, quite a bit of time before it reaches Cuba and it moves over Cuba, and it's already a tropical storm, and it's expected to actually become a hurricane before it reaches western Cuba. The stronger that it is, by the time it reaches Cuba, right before land interaction, the worse it's going to be wherever this Ida ends up making landfall. At this point, the stronger the system is, by the time it reaches the Gulf, that means is because once it reaches the Gulf, it has potential. I mean, it has a huge amount of potential to become a catastrophic hurricane, and so far, it's looking like that way. Unfortunately, we're looking at a very serious situation here. It is expected to be a major hurricane by the time it makes landfall. Right now, it looks like definitely it may be Louisiana. The track is shifting east, so I mean, at this point, New Orleans, you guys need to be really paying attention to this storm. I'm not saying this is gonna be another Katrina, but it has potential. It has potential to become another situation to where it's gonna severely impact New Orleans. Again, obviously, Katrina was a different situation. The levees that protected the city failed, and that's why you have such a humongous amount of waters going through the city and actually flooding the city. I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but there's always a possibility. Remember, the stronger the hurricane is, and also the bigger the hurricane is, the worse effects were you guys gonna see. Another thing to keep in mind is there's a couple of high ridge pressures that are basically every forecasting model is predicting this storm to actually stall. That's not good news. You don't need much for it to flood, let alone stalling, and that's what it seems like Ida is gonna do. It's gonna happen. So you guys need to keep an eye on this. It's looking like potentially Sunday to Monday approximately is going to be the landfall, or it's going to be the landfall time. But right now, if you guys are in Louisiana, I wouldn't even say that we're in the clear here in Florida, but anywhere from Louisiana to the wow, yeah, sorry I got distracted, but that's just nuts. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, that car with no doors. Okay. But anyways, besides that, so anywhere from Louisiana to the western part of the Florida Panhandle, you guys need to be alert. on alert. We're talking about this is going to be a major event wherever this hurricane ends up landing. My worry right now is, if you guys, and I'm gonna make another video depending on how this situation evolves. I'm gonna make a more detailed video with graphs and everything, but right now obviously I'm driving home and I don't have I'm making just a quick update. But if you guys look at a heat map and a heat content map, a temperature, sea surface temperature map for the Gulf, you're gonna notice that there's a particular section that always runs hotter than the rest of the Gulf. If this is the case, and it takes advantage of that path, this is going to be a major situation. This is going to intensify rapidly, and unfortunately, it's going to become really strong. Now, we'll see what happens. Again, we see what happens. Right now is the time for you guys to be preparing and keeping an eye on this storm. So that's all I have for you guys today. Quick update on Tropical Storm Ida, potential catastrophic situation we're probably about to see. But either way, I will do my best to keep you guys posted, keep you guys safe, share as much information as I can. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram @badweatherfreak, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, so that way you get notified whenever I post more information and keep you guys safe. Other than that, you guys stay safe, have a good day, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.